Ladies and gentlemen, what happened to Dennis Smith Jr.? Now that's a question that many basketball fans have in their minds ever since the 2017 NBA Draft. Well, today, I have the answers. Dennis Cliff Smith Jr. was born on November 25, 1997 in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Dennis's basketball career began when he attended Trinity Christian School located in Fayetteville, North Carolina. And during his first year at Trinity Christian in 2013, Dennis came off the bench on the varsity basketball team where he averaged 9.2 points and 3 assists per game. And on December 28, 2013, Dennis would score 41 points in a victory over HCYA and a future NBA player, Justin Jackson. And as a sophomore, Dennis and Trinity Christian defeated Greenfield by just 1 point to win the 2014 NCISAA 1A state championship. While Dennis also scored 21 points and he was named MVP. And during the season, Dennis would average 17.6 points, 9.3 assists, 6.9 rebounds, and 2.4 steals per game as a sophomore in high school. In his junior year, Dennis and Trinity Christian played in the 2014-15 High School OT Holiday Invitational Tournament at Needham B. Broughton High School, located in Raleigh. And on December 26, 2014, Dennis would score 23 points to help Trinity defeat Ravenscroft High School with a final score of 83-60. And on December 29, 2014, Dennis went head-to-head with Orangeville Prep that featured future NBA players like Jamal Murray and Thon Maker. And on February 11, 2015, in the very last game of the season, Dennis scored 33 points in a 90-58 loss to Word of God Christian Academy in the NCISAA 1A semifinals. And on the season, Dennis would average 22.2 points per game, along with 7.1 assists, 5.1 rebounds, and 3 steals per game, while also leading the Crusaders to a 23-10 record. And in 2015, Dennis was named the Gatorade Basketball Player of the Year for North Carolina. Dennis would compete on the Adidas Uprising circuit for the AAU team called Team Loden North Carolina, where he would also play alongside future NBA player now turned Miami Heat player Bam Adebayo. And Dennis would also lead his team to victory in the Adidas Uprising Gauntlet Championship game. And Dennis would also average 16.2 points, 4.8 rebounds, and 6.9 assists in just 11 games played in the circuit. And on July 27, 2015, in a televised game that was featured on ESPNU, Dennis would record 29 points, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists in a 78-77 win over future NBA player Kyle Guy and Indiana Elite. And on August 10, 2015, while competing in an Adidas Nations event, sadly, Dennis tore his ACL, but it wasn't normal because he did not feel any serious pain or swelling in his knee. And apparently, during surgery, Dennis's doctors found out that he had an extra ACL. Now that is not normal, ladies and gentlemen. And Dennis was originally ruled out for his entire senior season of high school. But in just 2 months and 2 weeks, Dennis claimed that he had become even more explosive, with his vertical apparently increasing by 8 inches. That's huge in basketball circles. 8 inches is huge. And Dennis was rated as a 5-star recruit across all recruiting websites like ESPN, 24/7 Sports, and Rivals.com. And Dennis was considered as one of the best players and one of the best point guards in the class of 2015. On September 10, 2015, Dennis committed to NC State University, picking NC State over Duke, Wake Forest, North Carolina, and Kentucky to play college basketball. Normally, you don't reject Duke's or North Carolina or Kentucky's offer, but Dennis Smith just did that. And in December 2015, Dennis decided to graduate early from Trinity Christian School, and in January of 2016, Dennis decided to enroll at NC State. And Dennis would actually take this opportunity to get an early start on his first year by attending classes and rehabbing from his injury. And he would actually work in rehabbing his injury with the NC State medical staff before the start of the 2016-17 season. and Dennis would begin his freshman season playing in just 2 exhibition games against Lynn University and Barton College. And in his debut for the Wolfpack, Dennis would play 36 minutes and he would dish out just 5 assists in an 81-79 victory over Georgia Southern. And on November 21, 2016, Dennis would record then a career high of 24 points to go along with 8 assists in defeating St. Joseph's University with a final score of 73-68 in the Paradise Jam tournament. And on November 26, 2016, Dennis would score a season high of 30 points, 6 rebounds, and tallied along with 7 assists to help NC State defeat Loyola University Chicago. And on December 19, 2016, Dennis earned ACC Freshman of the Week honors. On January 4, 2017, Dennis recorded a triple-double of 27 points, 11 rebounds, and 11 assists in a win against the Virginia Tech Hokies, making him and Julius Hodge the only 2 NC State players to ever achieve this feat in school history. And on January 23, 2017, Dennis would score a new career high of 32 points and 6 assists in an 84-82 victory against the Duke Blue Devils, and he would lead NC State to its very first win at the Cameron Indoor Stadium since 1995. Literally, NC State hasn't beat or defeated Duke at their house at the Cameron Indoor Stadium since 1995, and Dennis broke that curse. And fun fact, ladies and gentlemen, Dennis is the only player in ACC history to have recorded 2 triple-doubles against league opponents. And on February 7, 2017, Dennis would earn his second ACC Rookie of the Week honors. And on February 21, 2017, Dennis would score 18 points in a 71-69 victory against Georgia Tech. And on March 5, 2017, Dennis was named the ACC Rookie of the Year. And Dennis was additionally named to both the second team All-ACC team and the ACC All-Freshman teams. And in just 32 games for NC State in the 2016-17 season, Dennis would average 18.1 points, 6.2 assists, and 1.9 steals per game. So you can really tell this dude can really do anything, no matter if it's offense or defense. And after his freshman season, Dennis would announce his intention to forgo his final 3 years of collegiate eligibility and enter and declare for the 2017 NBA Draft. Dennis was selected with the 9th overall pick in the 2017 NBA Draft by the Dallas Mavericks. And on October 18, 2017, Dennis made his NBA debut in the Mavericks season opener where they lost to the Atlanta Hawks, where Dennis would score 16 points and 10 assists. And on December 29, 2017, Dennis would record his first ever career triple-double with 21 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists in a win over the New Orleans Pelicans. And at the age of 20 years and 34 days, Mr. Dennis Smith here became the 6th youngest player in NBA history to have a triple-double behind Lonzo Ball, Markelle Fultz, and LeBron James. And on May 22, 2018, Mr. Dennis here was named to the NBA All-Rookie second team. And Dennis would have rookie averages of 15 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds, which is honestly pretty great. And you would think, after a great rookie season, that Dennis would actually break out. But sadly, things started to get worse for Dennis because of the arrival of Mr. Luka Doncic. And Luka, as we all know, became Rookie of the Year and set the NBA on fire. That was actually hinting on his potential superstar potential down the line. So obviously, the Mavericks had to give Luka the ball. And Dennis would actually now have to share the ball with Luka, but it just didn't work because their playing styles opposed each other on the court. That would actually cause turnovers and inefficiencies in both offense and defense. And also, Luka became the main playmaker, so the rotations and lineups were very, very hard for Mr. Dennis Smith here to crack. So Dallas had to do something, and Dallas actually did something on January 31, 2019, where Dennis was actually traded to the New York Knicks along with DeAndre Jordan, Wesley Matthews, and 2 future first-round draft picks in exchange for Kristaps Porzingis, Tim Hardaway Jr., Trey Burke, and Courtney Lee. On April 9, Dennis recorded 25 points and 5 assists in a win against the Chicago Bulls. And at this time, Dennis was still averaging pretty good numbers with 14.7 points per game. But after just one season with the Knicks, Dennis would go from double-digit averages, or at least double-digit scoring averages, from 14.7 points per game to 5 points per game in just one season. And on January 31, 2021, Dennis actually volunteered to play for the Westchester Knicks, the G League affiliate for the New York Knicks. And he was officially assigned to the Westchester Knicks soon after on February 1, 2021. And on February 8, 2021, Dennis was traded yet again, but this time to the Detroit Pistons in exchange for Derrick Rose, where Dennis only averaged 7 points per game in just 20 games played for the Pistons. And soon after, yet again, sadly, the Pistons released him on August 7, 2021, making him an unrestricted free agent. And on September 23, 2021, Dennis signed with the Portland Trail Blazers. But sadly, on February 16, 2022, Dennis was diagnosed with a high-grade partial tear of the UCL in his elbow, and he was subsequently ruled out for 3 to 4 weeks. And on February 21, he was waived by the Trailblazers. And ever since then, Dennis, as of the recording of this video, is a free agent. And I honestly think the reason why Dennis wasn't successful in the NBA was because of one reason. And that reason is because of his lack of versatility and opportunity. Dennis is not versatile as a point guard because of his style of play that particularly caters to a 2000s point guard that mainly focuses on getting shots in the paint and wrestling in the paint. And Dennis can't shoot the ball well and consistently, and he mainly depends on his athleticism to get his buckets. And the modern NBA point guard requires to be able to do everything on the floor, like shoot the ball well, creating plays for both yourself and the team, play good defense, and play inside and outside the paint. And Dennis could not do these things I mentioned consistently. And those are the requirements of an NBA point guard today. And those are also the reasons why Dennis lacked any opportunities in any NBA team that he played in. Like in Dallas, where he had a great rookie season with the Mavs, then Luka arrived and became the main playmaker for them. And Luka's game and height allows him to play 1-2-3. So Dallas can particularly make any lineup that caters to Luka. Meanwhile, Dennis is just a paint scorer. So you have to factor that and the amount of great guards in Dallas that can shoot better than Dennis. Then in New York, where Dennis could not compete against Frank Ntilikina, Emmanuel Mudiay, and Elfrid Payton. Then for both the Pistons and the Trailblazers, where Dennis just got garbage minutes. I really hope that Dennis heads overseas, particularly Europe, so that he can further develop his game outside the paint. And I have seen dudes who suck at shooting Dante Exum that head to Europe that become better scorers and better and more efficient shooters because the European system requires the players to shoot the ball efficiently on every single offensive possession. And Dennis will only be back in the league in only if he gets a more consistent jump shot and he improves his handles and improves his shot selection. So good luck in your future endeavors, Dennis. So I hope you ladies and gentlemen enjoyed today's video about Dennis Smith Jr. And make sure to hit the like button and make it turn blue to show me that you enjoyed today's video. And hit that amazing red subscribe button to join this amazing, growing basketball family, as there are new basketball videos that are posted every single Friday, and I do not want y'all to miss it. God bless, stay safe, and enjoy your weekend with your family while watching basketball wherever you are, and I shall see you all next week. Bye bye.